What's up, everybody? It's KanakaZach, bringing you another battle of the Pokemon Maverick Dual Type Tournament. In this one, we don't have Glenn. I think he's either still sleeping or preoccupied at the moment with his other pond cast or whatever. But so I'm gonna take the reins on this one by myself, cause Sim needs to do the battle, cause otherwise he won't be able to do the rest of the battle for the rest of the week due to work complications. But anyways, we have TheGreatMumboJumbo versus Dreakas, aka Sim. So let's look at TheGreatMumboJumbo's team. We see Iron Hands, Electros, Gouging Fire, the Alolan Golem, Dragonite, and the Salamence. The Salamence most likely going to be the Mega. And looking at Dreakas' side, we see Steelix, which obviously has to be a Mega, unless he's not doing the Mega version. The Archaludon, one of my favorites, another one of my favorite Steel Babies. I love that very much. We see the Landorus Therian. Sorry, words. Morning. I just pretty much woke up. Magearna, Gliscor, and the Thundurus Therian. Definitely threats on both players' side, but like, looking at who can come out on top, I think the advantage kind of has to go to MumboJumbo, being that he does have those electric types. So the electric types will kind of like hurt Dreakas' team very much. So it's like, oh no, buddy. But then again, Dreakas does have the Thundurus, so the Thundurus can potentially save his butt a lot because of those the Volt Absorb. Well, yeah, it does get Volt Absorb. Yes, Volt Absorb. Sorry, like I said, I just like woke up. But anyways, looking at possible leads, we might see the Alolan Golem or the Electros versus like the Gliscor or even the Landorus Therian. But let's not hold our players back any longer. Let's hop right into the battle. Good luck, have fun. Alright, we see the Electros coming out against the Gliscor. I hope Dreakas remembers that this Electros does have the Levitate, so Earthquake not going to do anything. So we'll see what happens. Definitely Electros is a powerhouse, because like, those stats that it has, it's so funny. Stealth Rock being fired out, Giga Drain, okay, doing like a quarter. Okay, but he does get the Toxic. So Toxic healed, nice, nice, nice. What does Dreakas want to do now? Is the question. He goes for the Toxic, nice. Giga Drain, still doing a big chunk. And the Toxic might wear out the Electros, and if I were Dreakas, I'd probably have Protect on this if you're going for a Toxic Stall. Because the Toxic Stall will eventually rack up and you're going to become, come out on top. He goes for Flamethrower against the protecting Gliscor. That Poison Heal is just gonna sustain him so much, so it's like, yo, what's up? So it seems we've seen 3 attacks, but like, and there's the 4th attack. So Dreakas cannot touch this thing aside from the Toxic. He needs to actually switch out now, that way he can preserve the Gliscor, because Gliscor against the rest of Mumbo's team is going to help him out so much. He does switch out into the Landorus. Landorus taking a good decent chunk thanks to the Giga Drain, but you know, leftovers and the Giga Drain are definitely gonna help it out. Stone Edge, Giga Drain. Oof, the Landorus being weakened actually isn't that great. It does have one more turn to kill this Electros as long as he doesn't miss that Stone Edge. Unless he has another attack that can hurt. If he does, that's actually great. So if I were him, I'd probably go for like a U-turn if you do have a U-turn, and switch right out into the... I caster cursed. Oh no! I caster cursed him. I'm so sorry, but the Electros does go down to the Gliscor. If I were Dreakas, I would have U-turned because that would have killed it, and then you have switch position. Like if you bring out the Gliscor, then you get your Poison Heal as well. But it's 1 for 1, but MumboJumbo in the lead right now, because the Gliscor is weakened. Gliscor does come back out versus the Alolan Golem, and is it? Yeah, it's Rock Electric, so that Earthquake is going to do a lot of damage, and I hope that Mumbo doesn't go for a... Oh, never mind. Doesn't even matter, because outsped. But that's 2 kills for Gliscor, and now it is 4-5. Right now, even though, like, Dreakas has more Pokemon, I feel like Mumbo does have the momentum due to being, like, all the rest of his Pokemon are huge offensive threats, so if he can make this work for him, this will be amazing for him. If I were Mumbo, you've seen all of the attacks, I would learn from that. because Earthquake definitely not touching the Dragon Knight or that Salamence, and it does, from how he's been playing, I don't think he runs like Defog or any way to get rid of those hazards. So everything else will be taking damage unless they have the heavy duty boots, and the Gouging Fire does not. So Earthquake can do a lot of damage, but the question is there going to be like a special Terra? Are we going to see a boost? He goes for Stone Edge, which is actually a really good move because Dreakas does have the flying types. However, the Protect and this Gliscor is now at 64% of its health. It might be able to go all the way up. He tries to go for the double Protect, goes for Flare Blitz, does a chunk of damage, which is amazing. Like, god damn, this Pokemon is so busted and so tanky. It's like, why? Stone Edge? Why'd you go for Stone Edge? You should have gone for the Flare Blitz. But, yeah, it seems like both players going for that Stone Edge when they do have the chance to pick up the KO using some other moves. He goes for Flame Charge, but it's not going to be enough because the Earthquake is fired off, and the Gliscor now picks up its third kill. Down goes the Gouging Fire. But whatever comes in now, except for the if it's the Dragon Knight or even the Salamence, it's going to come out, and that's going to put Dreakas in a very good position. I'm not Dreakas, Mumbo in a very good position because those are faster Pokemon. So, Mumbo needs to find some way to come out of this, because, you know, like, against the rest of Dreakas' team, it's gotta be able to hit hard. In comes the D-Knight. Do we see, like, a Terra normal E-Speed or something like that? Or even just, like, a Dragon Claw? Something? Not Stone Edge, but there's the Protect. There is the Dragon Claw. The question asks, what is the Dragon Knight holding? We don't see leftovers. Toxic. Oh, it's actually slower? What? But I don't think the Dragon Knight will be able to KO the rest of Sim's Pokemon. You gotta switch out into the Archaludon. Dragon Claw being shot out. Okay, that's a decent 35%. There is the defense boost, so this Archaludon looking to be a threat against everything that the TheGreatMumboJumbo has. He goes for Body Press, not doing too much damage. He goes, and then Fire Punch. Oh, and he does get the burn. The burn is kind of, you know, it's for residual damage, but the Dragonite will go down to another Body Press. I don't understand why he switched out into the Salamence. I hope he didn't think that the Intimidate drop would stop the Body Press, but Archaludon does pick up a kill against the Salamence. That was a terrible switch out in my opinion. And in comes the Iron Hands. It needs to go for like a close combat or something, because that's probably the only way you're going to KO this Archaludon right off the rip. But Archaludon is faster, so we'll see what can happen between our two buddies here. But Drake is definitely in a commanding lead. Like, he turned it around. Oh, that did like nothing. Wait, I just set up what? What is this? Why? I'm so confuzzled. I don't know what's happening. Flash Cannon fired out. Thunder Punch. Why'd you go for Thunder Punch and not like a close combat? No! And it still survives. This Archaludon, one of my favorite Pokemon. Like, if you watch the Mono-type tournament, it helped my ass so much. Thunder Punch, and it finally KOs the Pokemon. However, now Mumbo is in a terrible position because it is now 2-4, and that Steelix looks primed to KO anything. So, oh, he actually goes for the Thundurus to come out. Thundurus, I do like Thundurus. It's a very fun Pokemon. I would call mine Beads. But definitely the Therian form is so strong, and if it's like Terra Flying or Terra Fairy, I'd probably go Terra Fairy just because, you know, he is challenging the Electric and the Dragon type Pokemon. So if he goes for like Terra Fairy to Terra Blast, he can do a lot of damage, but he goes for Flash Cannon. What kind of attack? Hello? Why would you go Flash Cannon? People, hover over them. It tells you their types. Sludge Wave picks up the KO, and now it is the Dragon Knight, which is going to take a lot of rocks damage and die. And that's the game, folks. Oh man. So because it died to the rocks, Gliscor picks up another kill, and down goes the Dragon Knight. Oh my gosh, that was a battle. Hello, Sim. Welcome back.
I'm back.
Yeah, that was an interesting battle. Like, at one point, I thought that Mumble would be able to take the win because he did have that overwhelming lead against you. Like, because you couldn't touch the Electros aside from the Toxic, but he should have realized this and switched out immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because, like, you're doing, I mean, like, actually, no, the Electros versus your Gliscor, that was actually working a lot. But then, like, you know, you would have saved your Landorus if you had actually gone for the U-turn when the Electros was weak, instead of going for that, instead of going for the Stone Edge, because Stone Edge does have that chance to miss, so that wasn't a very bright play in my opinion, because if you went for the U-turn and then you switched right out, because you would have KO'd the Electros. You U-turn, you bring in Gliscor, Gliscor gets its Poison Heal, and then it has more sustainability. That would have been the correct play. But it's okay, you won. You know, that was a battle. And then, like...
42, I think?
40-0. But, like, if I remember, neither one of you used your Terra, so it's like, you gotta use a Terra that can help you out. Like, I
didn't use my Mega either, and my Mega was my,
Steelix. I was hoping to see Steelix. Oh man, that kind of bites, because Steelix is such, like, one of the OG Steel-type Pokemon, so we gotta show it some love, you know?
I wanted to start with it, but then I told myself, Gliscor would survive more, so...
No, definitely against Mumble's team, the Gliscor, because it's physically defensive, would have like tanked a bunch of it. It's just unfortunate, like it couldn't really touch the Electros outside of the Toxic. Same for the Dragonite and the Salamence. It was some weird switch-ins for Mumble though. Like he should have let the Dragonite die, that way he could get his Salamence in, because that's Salamence. If it's the Mega variant, it's going to cause so much damage. I think he thought that the Intimidate would affect your body press, so he went for that, but it's like, but then you figured, hey, I should just Draco. Oh man, that was a great battle though. How do you feel after coming out with that win?
I feel weird because I thought I'd at least lose more Pokemon than that.
I mean, you definitely had the opportunity to lose more Pokemon. Like, the Archaludon would have went down so much earlier if the Iron Hands had, like, close combat or anything like that. Because you're Steel types, why wouldn't you run close combat? But he kept going for, like, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and it's like, just close combat.
I did also the only one that I have. Wait, no, I did have most of my flyings out, but his electric moves didn't affect him much.
Yeah, that's because you have your ground types. You had just Steelix, you had the Landorus, the Gliscor, and as well as the Archaludon who resisted it, and then you had your Volt Absorbing Thundurus. So it's like his Thunder move, you know, his electric attacks aren't going to do that much. So he should have opted for more things that can hurt flying types, such as Ice moves, Rock moves. I mean, we definitely saw the Rock move with like Stone Edge, but like that chance is a miss, and we don't like misses. But yeah, it doesn't seem like Mumble will join us in the call, but that's okay. So, congratulations on the win to you, Sim. That was a very hard-fought battle, 4-0. Congratulations. That puts you at 2-1 right now, going into Week 4. Or, well, for the rest of Week 3. But looking at Week 4, your next opponent is going to be Nijeno. That's going to be a tough one because, as we've all been saying, he is my other brain cell.
He is also Fairy and Fire.
The Fire going to hurt your Steel babies, but that Steel type can hurt his Fairy babies. But this is Nijeno we're talking about, and we expect great things from him. But that doesn't mean you should be giving up hope, because you're representing Steel types, and I have a bias towards Steel types.
And so far, I'm okay.
Yeah, so far you're doing well. Like, it was a unfortunate loss in Week 2, right? You lost in Week 2 against Chris Marzen. That was a very difficult fight because, like, god damn, he had so many things. But it was a close one. But it's okay. Battle fought. Good job to you. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I'm good.
Alrighty. Well then, until then, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Links will be down below to all of the Mavericks. There's, as far as I know, for streamers, there's me, there's Sakumo, there's Glenn, obviously, my co-host who isn't here at the moment. But that's okay. Check them out, make sure you follow them, give them likes, give them love, you know, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time, gamers. Bye!
Bye!